Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on Ballers Block. The block is hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. It's about to get cold, actually, as we enter the what we call it, the NBA season, fall season. We're technically in fall, ain't we?
Fall/winter season
Yep.
approaches.
October 22nd,
Winter is coming.
the NBA season begins. Excited or no?
Quite actually.
What's got you excited?
Faces in new places.
Examples.
Klay Thompson in Dallas. That's the big one.
Okay.
Or the biggest one. We all want to see how that goes down. Because he's always been with his buddies over there in Golden State. So
Very
what
true.
happens now?
He's gonna recreate his legacy.
I mean, well, he has to.
No, he's gonna.
He has to.
He doesn't have to. He could have retired and he would have been fine. He could have retired and would have been fine. He could have said, "I'm done." But I think he's gonna. But that's a good look, though. I look forward to seeing Klay on Dallas.
He's going to show out.
And I think it helps Dallas, but I don't want to go into too much details about, we don't want to get carried away
This
with
is not
this
the
episode.
podcast for
Yeah,
that.
this isn't exactly, it's not the forum for it,
This is just
so
to
to
let
speak.
you know we're back.
Essentially, that is correct. That is correct. But, yeah, I see, I agree with you. What would you say? New faces in new places, or faces in new places?
Places and new places.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see what it's gonna look like with Klay on Dallas, since I've personally been used to him on Golden State all these years of enjoying,
As I see him beat on the TV screen, Paul George in Philly.
Yeah, we're here watching the preseason, by the way, but Paul George in Philly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I just feel like Paul George basically just takes over what Tobias Harris was doing. No diss to either player, but
Westbrook in Denver.
that one I want to see how that works. I'm excited for him to join Denver, and it's only because I feel like now he has like real support, if that makes sense. Over the last few years, I don't think he's had it. He's been on teams that were, I guess, good, but he hasn't had that real support,
What do you mean support?
like where you have someone like a Jokic and a Jamal Murray. They already have like a team structure. He hasn't had that since KD and them when he was together with KD. It's been chaotic for him since.
Okay.
He made the best out of it. He had his run with the triple doubles, but that was the highlight.
I'll give
He
you
didn't
that.
have any support throughout. Remember, he was the best player on those
Has
teams.
Indeed been chaotic.
Very chaotic. So I think now even when he went to LA, I think that was chaos.
Oh, absolutely.
But now I think Denver's usually like I'd say a low key type of city, but a city that also supports its like athletes. So I think that's a good place for him mentally to get kind of like it back in his own headspace, but also to like flourish. And his game, I think, fits what they need from a guard. Because Jamal Murray can't do what Russell Westbrook does.
No.
You need that, and that's what I think is missing. I'm not saying Jamal Murray, like I love Jamal Murray, but he doesn't have that grit that Russ has. And Russ obviously doesn't have the same like game and like, I don't want to say scoring ability, because Russ used to be able to put up buckets, but I guess now he can't score like he used to.
The efficiency.
Yeah, there you go. The efficiency is not there with Russ. So I think Jamal Murray, adds that to the team. And then everyone else around the team, it fits perfectly now. So Michael Porter can do what he needs to do, which is basically just get open and hit shots, because you'll have Russ like just being a terror up and down the court. It's gonna be a good look. It's gonna be a good look. I just hope they gel. On paper, it looks good to me, but I gotta see them like actually like together. That chemistry has to be cohesive. But they have the right tools.
You know, Toronto's my team.
Garbage. Trash.
Feels so good.
So we're just gonna skip over Toronto. We're just gonna skip over Toronto.
Well, we're not here to talk about Toronto. I just wanted to be know that Toronto's my team. However, I know they're not going nowhere.
You did not even exactly. So they
I
didn't
know
even.
they're
Need,
not going nowhere.
so they did not to be. They didn't need to be brought up.
No, I'm always going to bring up Toronto, but I brought them up to say that they're my team, but I know they're not going to go nowhere. But the team that I know can go somewhere, and the team that I'm rooting for to do them things. OKC, my boy, SGA.
Who they had on that team? It's the same team.
The additions.
Who's the addition on that team?
Well, let's just
No.
Who's
the addition?
Let's just look at the team as is.
Team as is just as good as they were last year.
Exactly, and that was a good team.
You just realized that the league got better.
Were they losing the conference finals?
The league got the teams that they potentially face in the playoffs got better.
And like you said, new faces in new places.
Let's not forget Phoenix is coming back, reloaded from the beginning now.
Reloaded. Who did he add?
It doesn't matter who they added.
That team.
No, they're starting a season properly this time. They're starting the season properly this time. And barring injuries and no one gets, whatever, and they got rid of Chris Paul too.
Chris Paul has been out of there for a few seasons now.
Where was he on last year?
Golden State.
Was he?
Yeah.
And you see what he did to Golden State.
So you think it was Chris Paul's fault?
It actually is.
Right now, watch what he does with Wemby.
What's he gonna do?
They're gonna be a lot.
He's gonna get injured.
Who? Chris Paul?
Yes.
Okay.
You see, this is the story of his last 6 years.
And so is Bradley Beal.
They're gonna trade Bradley Beal. Actually, you know what? He's not gonna get injured this year. You know why? You know why? They're not gonna ask him to score as much as he's been doing, because that's why he got injured to begin with. All the scoring he was doing in Washington.
I promise you, all they asked him to do was not get injured last year.
But he's already been injured.
Exactly.
He didn't have time to heal anyways.
Exactly.
So the fact that he was out last year, he had enough time to at least heal, recover, and do what he has to. Now imagine Bradley Beal just playing.
I have no faith in them guys at all.
I got faith.
None whatsoever.
I'm gonna tell you why I have faith. If the Mamba mentality is as real as we all believe it to be, Devin Booker worked out with Kobe, and that's somebody that he looked up to. So I would imagine after having this type of season and what happened, and also falling short the previous season in the finals, he's gonna come back. Mamba mentality. KD, you already know. I don't even have to speak on KD. That's my guy. I ain't gotta speak on KD. So it's literally just Book and Bradley Beal staying injured. That was the only thing they were missing last year was Bradley Beal getting injured, which threw off the whole point of them linking up. So Booker had to do more than he was supposed to do.
Well, he did play in the playoffs.
Off an injury with no chemistry or cohesion.
All right, let's see what chemistry they have this year then.
And Michael Jordan came back, and they still lost to Orlando Magic.
I have no faith.
And then he came back the very next year, and look what he did.
I have no faith.
I got faith in them. So I don't have faith in your OKC team that did nothing with the players, and all they have is SGA. I'm supposed to have faith in that. They got one kid that's had a couple of nice years, and you're telling me a team that has Booker and KD, you don't expect better from them, and Bradley Beal?
No.
Come on, get out of here.
No.
What's their name? The OKC. They're gonna be either the same team or worse, because now you have Ja Morant back too.
They have gotten better.
How'd they get better? Who they add? What did they add to make them better?
They have gotten better every year. They're a team that's getting better.
And they've plateaued. This was their year to creep in. They've plateaued, man. These young teams, that's the best they will be. That is the best they will be. That's their
You
run.
can say they're going to plateau.
No,
You
no,
can't say
they
they have
plateaued.
plateaued. That doesn't
They've
make sense.
plateaued.
That doesn't
You'll
make
see.
sense.
You'll see.
You can say they're going to.
They've plateaued. I'm reading into the future is what I'm doing
Alright,
basically.
that's what I'm saying. You can say
They
they're
have
going to. You
plateaued.
can't say they have.
Run this back halfway through the year or at the end of the year. They have plateaued. You can run it back and see I'm
The
a
additions
psychic.
of Alex Caruso
oh my
and
gosh.
the blackest white guy you ever did see. Or the
Who?
whitest black guy you ever did see.
Who?
Hartenstein.
On Thunder?
Yeah. Those additions. I'm gonna put them over the top.
And what are they gonna do?
Let's watch and see.
Hold on, what are they gonna do?
Like your plateau?
I'm standing on business. I've told you
Like your
they have
plateau?
plateaued. What are they gonna do if you're so
Championship.
confident?
Let's go.
What are they gonna
They're
do
going to the championship.
with that trash bag team?
They're going to the trash bag team. They're number one team.
Hold
last year.
on.
Number one team last year.
So they're gonna go. Hold on. So they're gonna
number
go to
one
the
team
final.
last year was a trash bag team.
They're gonna go over, but they didn't make it to the finals, did they?
But they're number one team last
They
year.
didn't make it to the finals though.
They're number one team.
They did
last
not
year.
make it
You
to the
can't call them
finals.
A trash bag team though.
Trash bag team, overhyped.
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 No. Overhyped.
Overhyped.
Is Phoenix getting swept
Overhyped.
by Minnesota?
Injuries.
That's overhyped.
Come on, man. You already know.
That's what
bruh,
overhyped is.
You're already talking out your ass, man.
Nobody
We
thought
just
OKC
started.
was gonna be the number one
Bruh.
team last year.
It doesn't. What does being the number one seed in the NBA mean nowadays?
It means
no, the way.
improvement.
No. Come on, man.
It means
It
improvement.
we already know these teams. We
They were not in the playoffs
bro.
last year.
We have proven,
not in the playoffs
dude.
previous
We have
year.
proven.
They're the number one
We have
team
proven.
last year.
We have proven teams don't care about
only
winning if
getting
they're willing to
better.
tank. If teams are willing to
getting
tank,
better.
hold on. If teams are willing to tank to get better draft picks, why are we proud of a team being number one, knowing fully well other teams that could have played better just tanked, so they can get better draft
Who are
picks?
these? Who are these? All right,
we all know the teams that should have been up there that just
Who
fizzled
are they?
away, man. Come on, we
Who
all
are
know
they?
them, man. We all know the teams, man.
No team is tanking.
We all know
No
these
team
teams,
is
man.
tanking. No team is tanking for
No
any
one- no
type
one's
of
te-
picks.
no one's
and they're
tanking for top-
competing for number one.
Sorry?
No team is tanking.
These guys already have draft picks. Why are they gonna tank for? They've had draft picks from all the years of players they done traded away and lost. Why would they tank? They're in a
You're
good
saying-
position.
No. You're saying correct me if I'm wrong, but what you just said was that there are teams that should be or could be number one, but they're tanking.
Yeah.
So which team has a possibility?
Clippers should have been up there as one of the top teams. Based on their personnel, no.
So what you're telling me is the Clippers are tanking.
Oh, of course they tank. Why you sit Kawhi that many times? How often were their whole team together? Actually, their star players.
So Toronto didn't sit Kawhi all them games either, and he won a championship. What are you talking about?
Toronto had a full team. That's
Kawhi
no,
is
bro.
Mr. Load
Toronto,
Management.
Toronto was a different
Kawhi
organization.
is Mr. Load
Nigga,
Management. He was
Toronto.
doing the same thing in San Antonio.
No. And you see the problems that were in San Antonio. What happened in San Antonio? They stopped winning when he started doing that, right? Toronto,
They had no team. What are you talking about?
Toronto already had,
was there beside-
bro.
who was
Toronto,
there beside
Toronto in the Eastern Conference.
there beside Kawhi?
Listen, Toronto in the Eastern Conference.
Who was there beside Kawhi?
Let me finish what I'm saying. Toronto in the Eastern Conference was already a freaking contender. They just got rid of DeMar DeRozan. All they were missing, or all they wanted, was a superstar. They already had.
They were in a
They had
contender.
Kyle. What?
They were in a contender. They were actually contending for a
They were
championship.
losing to LeBron James, bro. Everyone was losing to LeBron James. If LeBron James wasn't there, Toronto was the next best team because DeMar DeRozan was there. The Eastern Conference has never been that great to begin with.
What is the definition of a contender?
A team that could make it to the finals. That's a contender, a championship team, a team that could make it to the championship or compete for the championship.
A team
That's
that
a
can
contender.
compete for the championship.
And Toronto wasn't in position.
No, absolutely.
They
not.
lost to LeBron James.
Absolutely not. And what were they going to do to Golden State Warriors?
We don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
Same
Get the
thing.
fuck outta here.
Didn't they play the Golden
Absolutely
State
nothing.
Warriors? Shut the fuck up. They
Absolutely
played
nothing.
back when they played the Golden State
With
Warriors
Kawhi.
then.
With Kawhi.
What happened when they played the Golden State Warriors? With an injured KD and Klay
with
Thompson.
Kawhi. Exactly.
With
Kawhi.
With an injured KD.
Let's act
with
like
an injured KD.
Let's act like Kawhi is not in the same league as DeMar DeRozan.
By the standards of the NBA right now.
Kawhi
by the standards
and DeMar DeRozan are not in the same league.
By the standards of the NBA right now.
That's an all-time great.
Are you gonna keep talking like someone that don't want people to interrupt? I don't want to say the word.
Great.
I don't want to demean you on recording.
Say whatever you
want. Stop over talking to me like a BI. Let me talk. By NBA standards, LeBron James is the GOAT. By most people's standards. By this generational standard, right?
I wouldn't say by most people's standards.
By this generation standards. By this generation standards. Yes, LeBron is the GOAT to this generation. So you're going to tell me LeBron loses to KD, Steph, and whatever, and you're telling me you're bigging up the fact that Kawhi beat them without friggin' KD and Klay? You're hyping that? That's what I'm talking about. You're hyping that, and LeBron lost to them with the full team? What do you think? Kawhi wouldn't have never. They would have got swept if KD and Klay were fully healthy. Come on, bro.
LeBron also beat that team.
Come on, bro.
Down 3-1.
KD wasn't on the team.
So?
We're talking about the team with KD. So? That's what you're comparing with Kawhi.
So?
Kawhi beat them without KD and Klay. And you're hyping that up with Toronto.
He won a championship.
Oh, come on. About? You don't think DeMar would have beat them without KD and Klay?
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would have, man. Come on, get out of here, yo. Get out. All I'm saying, let's not bring Toronto back into this because Toronto's trash. And Kawhi, load management, Toronto, first of all, already had the foundational team. We knew this from time. Kyle Lowry was already an all-star. I lie?
Bro, a lot of people.
They had a team, bro. And they brought Danny Green along with Kawhi. You're saying it like it was just. You're saying like it was just. They brought Danny Green along with. They had a full team. DeMar DeRozan didn't have no Danny Green. He had bums. Tell me who DeMar had.
Thank you. He had bums. So why is his team with DeMar DeRozan and bums a championship contender?
Bro, they still made it for. Weren't they? They weren't one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. You're a Raptor fan. You were rooting for them. And then what happened? They got rid of DeRozan, and then they brought in additional 2 championship players. So DeMar DeRozan, with a bum-ass team by himself, was still holding down the Raptors. And they kept losing to LeBron James. It took for LeBron James to leave the Eastern Conference. For Toronto to have hopes.
And Kawhi.
Without LeBron James. What was Kawhi doing in the Western Conference?
Beating LeBron James.
In the Western Conference?
Yes.
How many times? When that happened?
What do you mean how many times? It happened once.
With who?
It happened once.
Tony Parker?
So? Did he not win?
Hold on, Tony. Hold on.
Win Finals MVP?
I don't care. Andre Iguodala freaking won Finals MVP. I'm supposed to care? Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP. Am I supposed to care?
All right then.
Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP.
Dude, does anybody?
Andre Iguodala.
Does anybody take away Kawhi's MVP?
Hell yeah, we do now because we seen what he's done since then. What has he done since then?
Get out of here.
What has he done since then?
Win another one.
Fluke.
Win another one.
Fluke.
Get out of here.
Fluke. It took 3 bounces and then 2 star players being injured to win one. Fluke. What has he done since that?
Be injured.
He's been doing the same thing. The difference is on the Clippers, they don't have a foundation. This is why Paul George is gone. This is why that team's been dismantled so many times. They don't. Toronto had the perfect foundation, and everyone knew that. From foundation of organization at that time, from team, from friggin' even the fan base. They had the proper structure for a team to be pushed to the finals, and they put the right pieces there. The moment Kawhi went to a team where he had to actually show he could do that, he didn't. It's not Kawhi, it's the others. That's why in San Antonio, they won with others. Kawhi hasn't done it without others yet. He chokes without others, or he doesn't play. Show me what's the moment I see Kawhi get on the court and will all the way through without a whole bunch of people around him foundationally that already know what they're doing, then we can give him the ranks to say, you know what, he's there.
This is a garbage argument.
It's not a garbage argument, man.
This is a garbage argument.
Listen, you made the argument.
I didn't. How did I make the argument?
You made the argument, cuz. You made the argument.
How did I make the argument?
How's it a garbage argument then?
Well, you're saying Kawhi cannot do it without others. Who done it? How many basketball players win championship without a good team around them?
Michael Jordan.
Scottie Pippen's not good.
It's just one person.
Dennis Rodman's not good.
Dennis Rodman came at the second
Horace
three-peat.
Grant is not good.
Come on, he was decent, man.
B.J. Armstrong's not good.
He was okay. These guys are basically the equivalents of what J.R. Smiths and stuff in this generation. Come on, man. It's the same shit. Michael Jordan did not have a Chris Bosh. He didn't have a He didn't have a Dwayne Wade. He didn't have a Kevin Love. He didn't have a Kyrie Irving.
J.R. Smith is a champion
because he played with LeBron James.
Exactly.
Okay. So Scottie Pippen is a champion because he played with Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
And all those other players are champions because they played with Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
They three-peated with
Kyle
Michael
Lowry
Jordan.
is a champion because he played with Kawhi Leonard.
Or Kawhi Leonard played with him
Exactly.
to become a champion.
Exactly.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
Exactly.
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
So what I'm saying
Listen to what I'm saying.
Kawhi,
No.
Kawhi made that a championship contender.
No.
DeMar DeRozan could not. That's why he got traded.
Because LeBron James, the guy that was beating the team that won the finals when Kawhi came, is no longer there. Goliath is gone. Goliath is gone. It's like the bully left the playground and now the next biggest kid that the bully used to beat up says, hey, I'm the bully now. That's really all it was. And then Kawhi dipped right after that because he knew that situation was a fluke. He wasn't going to do it again.
He left that situation because they didn't do what he wanted. The same reason why LeBron left Miami.
Excuses.
Miami did not do what he wanted.
Excuses. LeBron left Miami because he felt guilty.
He wanted power. They didn't give it to him, so he did.
LeBron left because he needed that legacy. They said, nah, you didn't win it in your hometown. You dipped and blah. So he went back to say, if I win it, I'm gonna be the new guy. He won it there, and guess what? They said, you're still not MJ, bro. Kobe's better than you. So he said, I gotta go to LA and win a championship there. He went there and won in the bubble. You know what they said? You're still not MJ, bro. And he's still trying to chase that.
LeBron stopped trying to chase MJ with rings a long time ago. He knows
because he's not gonna catch him. He's not gonna catch. You can't play. You can't play 20 years and say you caught him in 6 rings and then have that
longevity.
Longevity doesn't even count though, man.
That's why he's still playing. But he's not playing for rings.
Longevity isn't even part of the equation of being a GOAT. But longevity is not part of the equation or the measurement of GOAT.
Because that's the only thing that could elevate him over MJ.
In his head.
Of course, in his head. I'm not saying in my head.
No, I know that. I'm just saying in his head, that's what he thinks. But in reality, it's like the result is still going to be, bro, you played like 23 years to do that. At year 15, if you had already surpassed Jordan in like the chips and the score, then we'd say, yo, Bron, you are the GOAT. But year 15, you did not surpass his accolades. It took you a couple more years to keep pushing before you fully surpassed the man. That's all I'm saying. But I think we should end it on that note. That's a good little intro to what you guys are going to be hearing this season. A little bit of heated conversation. I was not expecting it to go, we're just supposed to do a quick light touch base. This guy took it all the way back to the Raptors. Do not ever bring up the Raptors. That's a trigger word. It's a trigger word.
I know his triggers.
Trigger word for me. I'll fight a man, yo, over them words. Fight a man over them words, yo. Raptor fans, I will fight y'all, yo. Trash team. We're gonna wrap it up there. Ballers Block coming back 2025.
His team for the championship.
What team for the championship? Knicks are winning the chip this year.
Knicks, eh?
We're going to end it there.
Okay, OKC. I say OKC. He says Knicks.
It's going to be the Knicks. It's going to be the Knickerbockers. Hasta luego.
We gonna see.